It is so strange and alien to find a school, public school, where anybody is openly being a Christian today and praying in the Western world. In the Western world. This was where it came from. This is from the Church of Satan. Alice A. Bailey, a foremost Satanist. They created it. That's just number one. Let's go to number two. It's a reduced parental authority over the children. Reduced parental authority. If you live in the western part of the world, if you live in America, if you live in Europe, if you live in most of these countries, tell me what you see. Do you need to look too far to find out what they have done? You can't punish your own child. You can't actually discipline your child when the child is becoming unruly, because the child has been so empowered. The child can call the cops on the parents. The child can do anything they want, and if you make noise, they will come and take the child away from you, because they have literally taken the parental authority away. They have given that authority to government, which is very satanic. They've given the authority to satanic tutors and teachers at school. But the parents who should have the authority over their children, they don't have it. So you go through this 9-month period and bring forth a child into the world. Only you and your God know what you went through. And the government that is loyal to Satan, that has an allegiance to demons, will come and tell you that, hey, you cannot have this right over your child. And you just sit by and think it's okay. It came from the pit of hell. This is part of the agenda. All these laws you see them make, they decide it with Satan and then they bring it out. And we don't challenge any of this. So he says, reduce parental authority over the children. She said, break the communication between parent and child. Break it. Break the communication. That's why in that video, the woman was screaming, because she doesn't have the right over her child as much as the teachers who were indoctrinating her children with satanic ideologies and philosophies.
They didn't tell me that my child was suicidal. You allowed these teachers to open their classrooms teaching predatory information to a young child, a mindful child that doesn't even know how to comprehend it all. How do you not know what was going on your own campuses? Did you think that no parent would ever come forward? You will not quiet me today. I will stand here today and protect my child along with every other child who has not come forward yet. Do they have psychiatry degrees that I was unaware of? Because I didn't hire them. Okay, I did not hire them to sit there and nitpick my child's brain. You took away my ability to parent my child. Even before I had any knowledge. I didn't even get to show support. You asked for support, I didn't get a chance. You planted seeds, Miss Caldera and Miss Baraki, Mr. Baraki and you, Miss Pagarin. Your job was to educate my child in math, science, English, etc. Do your job and let me do mine.
She was screaming out her head. He said, break the communication between parent and child, so that parents do not pass on their Christian traditions to their children. Liberate children from the bondage of their parental traditions. So why are they saying to break all that communication between the parent and the child? Because they don't want the parent. They know that every parent has authority spiritually, physically, emotionally, and otherwise over their growing children. And they know that because of this authority, they have the ability potentially to change the course or the courses of their lives. They know that with this ability and authority, they can actually begin to transfer to them Christian traditional values. So this was the aim of breaking communication between parent and child, so that the parent is not able to transfer traditional Christian values to the children. So that they, the satanic government system and the education system, will be the ones who have the right to transfer satanic values to their children. This is original document. I think I'm going to even have to publish and post this for everybody to see. Original document. You can look it up. It's out there for the whole world to see. Everybody, you can look it. Just type 10-point agenda to bring about the new world order or something like by Alice Bailey. You'll see it. It's everywhere. It's not hidden. It's not. You don't need to do hard research to find this. This was planned many, many years ago, and they began to implement it decades. And they're working. They're succeeding. Further down, it says, promote excessive child rights. And this happened in 1997 to 1998. South Africa introduced child rights legislation. UNICEF Charter. Today, a child is able to say to parent, I do not want to hear that. I don't want to do what you are telling me. Teachers cannot talk to children. Children step up and say, I have my right. You cannot talk to me like that. So even the teachers themselves also still don't even have that much right over the children, even though they have more right than the parents. So they break it with the parents, break it with the teachers, and let the child stand all by himself or herself. And the government. So now the child you gave birth to is a property of a satanic institution. South Africa. This is our continent, because sometimes we'll talk, you think it's only in the West. This is our own continent. This was 97 to 98 in South Africa. In South Africa. When you push excessive rights for children, they have so much right, which I've talked about. Do you know what that means? It means that that child is answerable to nobody. That's when children become very lonely. That's when children begin to look for help and inspiration in all the wrong places. And that's how they become all these things we see them becoming today. B, it says, abolish corporal punishment. This has been made law. On the other hand, the Bible says, do not withhold correction from a child. For if you beat him with a rod, he will not die. You shall beat him with a rod and deliver his soul from hell. Proverbs chapter 23, verses 13 to 14. Is that not true? Is that not true? Someone like me, you need to take your children to Africa no matter what it takes, and look for some good parental training for your children, even if you have to pay for it. My mother, my own mother, biological mother, was a school teacher, and she gave birth to 3 of us, but I was the most stubborn among them. I've told this story several times. I was so stubborn, people were thinking that I would never change ever again. I was so stubborn. You know what my mother used to do? My mother was not like, okay, don't worry. Because of course, there was no such satanic laws existing where teachers could not talk, where mothers did not have right over. My mother would come and meet you wherever you're going to school and smack you down. You know what Americans call giving me a big smack down? My mother sometimes, even when she was dressed and was heading to attend a very big event, a big occasion, if she asked me to do something and I disobeyed, she will cancel that appointment and make sure that I obeyed her. She will sometimes put on her jean pants and get on me. They had already applied pepper in my eyes and my bumble several times when I was growing up. Sometimes she will get people to come and help her, and they will tie me, my wrists, my feet, everywhere, and begin to apply pepper and cane me like there was no tomorrow. All those rods that they applied to me, all those high-handed things that she did to me was what brought the human being out of me. I would never have survived. I would have ended up being some crazy, stupid thing somewhere. As they were doing that, they were praying to God. Spare the rod and spoil the child. We are not saying you should kill your children because you want to discipline them. Nobody says you should go on and enjoy your kids because you want to discipline. I hardly even beat children. I don't know how to beat. It's difficult that for me today, with all that was done to me, I don't know how to beat it. But when I finish sitting you down and giving it to you, you will wake up immediately. Why? We're allowing these people get away with so much as if we're all stupid. Wisdom should reside with God's people, not foolishness. Knowledge should reside with God's people, not lack of knowledge. That's why we are perishing today, because God told us already in the Bible. He said, for lack of knowledge, my people perish. Let's go further. In C here, it says, teachers are the agents of implementation. Did you hear the word? This was written in the document. Teachers are the agents of implementation of the agenda. From workshops, teachers tell children, your parent has no right to force you to pray or read the Bible. From workshops, they are the ones who will implement this satanic agenda. So they will tell them, your parents don't have any right to force you to pray or read the Bible. You are yourself, have a right of your own. You need to discover yourself. Self-expression, self-realization, self-fulfillment are all buzzwords written in the original document. They created it. And for you, the young man or woman or child who is so disobedient because you've been indoctrinated, I pray by the power in the name of Yeshua, that demon they have pumped into you, I command it to out in the name of Jesus, Yeshua HaMashiach. They have corrupted the minds of our children, and I'm telling you, child, listen to me. It is a lie. It is a lie. It is a lie. Obey your parents. Honor your father and your mother that your days may be long. It is in the Bible. Can you see the things they're making you do was a part of the agenda? They cooked it up. It's not normal. Some of you think, well, it's normal. I'm supposed to be myself. No, they made you to be this way. They made you to do the things you do. Satan himself crafted this and gave to them. And said, go market it. And you bought into it and you began to own it like it's yours. Like it's normal. It's not. Let's go to number 3. It says, destroy the Judeo-Christian family structure or the traditional Christian family structure. The attack constantly is on Christianity. I have said this over and over. Why not other religion? If you say Christianity is like every other religion, why this concerted, targeted, precise attack on the Christian religion? Satan just had a massive global conference, and all they discussed was how to bring down one religion. And you're still told that this religion is the same with every other one, and you believe it. Number 3, destroy the Judeo-Christian family structure or the traditional Christian family. Judeo-Christian family structure is a family structure that relies on the Bible as a book of inspiration. The traditional Christian family structure is a family structure that comprises a male father and a female mother and the children. It does not comprise a male father and a male mother. It does not comprise a female father and a female mother. No, it doesn't do that. It comprises a male father, a female mother, and the children. That's traditional Christian family structure. But all this that they said, have they accomplished it or not? Have you not now seen that we have 2 males that are father and mother? Have you not seen where 2 females are father and mother today? It's here, it's written. It said, destroy all of that. Traditional Christian family structure is the structure that God created in the book of Genesis. He created and made the man. Then he made the woman out of the man. There is a male and there is a female, and there's what we call children coming out of the 2 people in that relationship. That's traditional family Christian structure. And the traditional Judeo-Christian family structure, gone. all gone. She said, it is oppressive and that the family is the core of the nation. So, the family is the core of the nation. The family. You've heard this several times, right? When you have a family which is the nucleus of every society, whatever happens to the family structure determines what happens to the larger society, determines what then happens to a nation. These demons actually acknowledged here in their own document. It's a quote. You can see it's a quoted statement. He said it is oppressive and that the family is the core of the nation. If you break the family, you break the nation. Hey, quoted statement. If you break the family, you break the nation. Liberate the people from the confines of this family structure. Liberate them. And what they call liberate is cause them to disperse in multiple directions so that we can break the family. And the moment they broke the family, the nations became shattered into smithereens. There is no nation without families. And they acknowledged it. He said, break the family and you will break the nation. You can see from number 1 to number 2, the plans they have to break the family, starting from school, starting from excessive child rights. And now they are telling you, you need to destroy Judeo-Christian family structure. Because they know that the family is the core of the nation. If you break family, you break the nation. You know, but do we? Down here it says, promote sexual promiscuity. Promote sexual promiscuity. Free young people to the concept of premarital sex. Let them have free sex. Lift it so high that the joy of enjoying it, sex, is the highest joy in life. Fantasize it, that everybody will feel proud to be seen to be sexually active, even those outside of marriage. I don't even feel like explaining anything here. I've never seen anything so self-explanatory. Look at your own situation today. These people that are saying this are Satan worshippers. These are mouthpieces of Satan himself. They are saying to you, promote sexual promiscuity. Begin to sleep with people anywhere. He says, free young people to the concept of premarital sex. When we talk about premarital sex, you say, this guy, stop all this thing. Is it so easy? Nobody says it's easy. But we are telling you here, there are dangers. Disobedience is all that the devil is looking for. The Bible says obedience is better than sacrifice. And so remember what I told you about the energy. You have to disperse your energy all over the place so they can use it to gain access into our world. And the reason they use that energy is because you disperse it at the place of disobedience. And so it goes directly to them. It doesn't produce anything for you. It only destroys you. So they say, free young people to the concept of premarital sex. Let them have free sex everywhere you turn. Just have sex. Lift it so high. What do you think the media is doing today? What do you think the music industry has been programmed to do today? From back in the days when we used to listen to good music, sweet good music, even if it's about love, it was originally dedicated to love. You would see yourself feeling like you really want to fall in love genuinely. Is that what we see today? All we say today is big bomb bomb. Your bumbo is like this. Your backside is like this. Baby, I want to take it this way. I want to take it like this. I want to push it. Show me one music video that is trending today without some unclad woman in it. He said, promote it. Make it so easy to access. Look at the words. Lift it so high that the joy of enjoying sex is the highest joy in life. It then says, fantasize it, that everybody will feel proud to be seen, to be sexually active. You see young men posing with the kind of babes that they are sleeping with, the kind of sexual activities that they are indulging in. You see everybody feeling proud, and men are even hailing him, man. I saw your baby yesterday, oh man, look at the backside. Hey man, oh boy, you too much. Oh. They are hailing you, but you don't know that you are only a pawn in the satanic Ponzi game. You have no idea at all. B, it says, use advertising industry. Use media, TV, magazines, film industry to promote sexual enjoyment as the highest pleasure in humanity. Did you see what they said? Use advertising industry. Have you noticed, have you heard the word, the cliche, sex sells? Have you not heard that before? Sex sells. So anything that any advertiser wants to sell today, they want to do it in a way that they are basically selling sex in order to attract people to pay attention to the product that they want to sell. I'm a media person, and I know what I'm telling you. Sex sells. Where is the sex appeal if you want to advertise this product? Get a very clean, good girl, a supermodel. Give her something that is very skimpy. Let her just something that exposes her stuff very well. And then take the picture and the men look at it. You see people, even some girls will just put some shape, the way they would just position themselves like they're hugging or like they're making love to the product or like they're kissing the product. Just sex appeal. Anything that has to do with sex, it sells. Sex sells. That's what they were told to do, and that's what they are doing today. He said, use the advertising industry, media, TV, magazines, film industry to promote sexual enjoyment. Before I started masturbating, have I told you guys the story of how I started masturbating? It was a magazine that someone brought to my house, to our house then, and forgot it, or maybe the devil told him to leave it there. And I looked at this magazine and started seeing the kind of images that were there. And that was how I started masturbating as a child. They are achieving their aim every day. We're sitting over there playing games. Have they succeeded? The writer asks. Have they done it? If you want to see whether they have succeeded or not, go to the advertising industry. It does everything to catch your attention, and today almost no advert comes out without a sexual connotation. I said it. Even when they advertise ice cream, they must show you a thigh of a woman and a bikini. They must do something to set off a trail of thoughts. They will show you more thighs than ice cream. Why? Because that is what must be in the minds of the people. You want to buy ice cream, but you're looking at the woman's thigh more than you're even looking at the ice cream. There's a place called, in the US, there's this restaurant they call Hooters. The first time I went into Hooters, I saw girls skimpy, dressed, my goodness. Many people walk into Hooters, not just to eat or do anything, but just to see those girls. Sex sells. Get it into the mind of everybody. Corrupt them, because it's a major source of distraction. Let's go to number 4.